Among all forms of entertainment, anime stands out as a medium that masterfully captures and expresses the full spectrum of human emotions. It delivers every emotion, from anger to joy to sorrow to pain, with intense details.
But what makes this art form truly powerful is its ability to connect deeply with its audience, often bringing them to tears with scenes that are as beautiful as they are heartbreaking. In this list, we're diving into those unforgettable anime moments that left us sobbing uncontrollably.
So, before you press play, make sure you have an extra box of tissues on hand because trust me, your usual bucket of popcorn won't be enough to get you through these tear jerkers.
Number 10, Ishigami's backstory. What Kaguya-sama, Love is War, did was downright cruel. We came for the lighthearted teenage romantic comedy, but it delivered a gut-wrenching blow with Ishigami's backstory that left us reeling. In essence, Ishigami's story is captured by the quote, "It hurts when you have someone in your heart but can't have them in your arms." Back in middle school, Ishigami discovered that the only girl who had been kind to him was being mistreated by her cheating boyfriend. Driven by a desire to protect her, he confronted the boyfriend. However, the situation spiraled when the boyfriend manipulated Ishigami into losing control and attacking him. Ishigami was wrongfully labeled a stalker, leading to a ruined junior year and the girl's resentment, who never learned the truth of his sacrifice. The pain is deepened by the fact that she never understood his true intentions and blamed Ishigami for everything.
Number 9, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Love stories often promise fairy tale endings with couples living happily ever after, and when that doesn't happen, it hurts like hell, leaving us in agony. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is a perfect example of this heartache. Haruki, an introverted loner, discovers his classmate Sakura's secret journal and finds out about her struggle with a terminal pancreatic disease. Shocked and saddened, Haruki becomes the first person to learn about Sakura's condition. Haruki promises to help Sakura check off her bucket list before it's too late. As they grow closer through their shared experiences, Haruki only realizes his true feelings for Sakura when it's almost too late. One day, after Sakura is discharged from the hospital, she invites Haruki to lunch, but he fails to show up. Later that night, Haruki learns from the news that Sakura was tragically murdered in a stabbing. Overcome with grief and guilt, he is unable to attend her funeral. The sudden loss and his regret for not fully seizing their time together make this story heartbreaking and unforgettable.
Number 8, Koro Sensei's death. From the moment we first met Koro Sensei, he was introduced as an extraterrestrial being set to destroy Earth, making it easy to dislike him. However, as Assassination Classroom progresses, this seemingly menacing octopus-like character reveals a softer side with his blend of humor and genuine care for his students. By the end of the series, Koro Sensei becomes an endearing favorite. We all knew Koro Sensei's death was inevitable from the start, it was just a matter of when. But when the time came, Assassination Classroom masterfully delivered the emotional weight, delivering a gut-wrenching farewell. His dark past, revealed in his final moments, intensified the impact, making his farewell even more heartbreaking. Watching his students, who had come to love and respect him, struggle to take him down during an emotional final roll call was a truly heartbreaking scene.
Number 7, Ash turning into stone. Pokemon is often seen as a children's series, typically avoiding deep sadness. However, the first movie features a moment that can bring even the toughest adults to tears. In the climactic battle between Mew and Mewtwo, Ash tries to stop the fight to prevent anyone from getting hurt. Tragically, his brave act results in him being hit by a psychic blast and turning to stone. The scene where Pikachu, unable to understand why Ash isn't waking up, desperately tries to revive him with his tiny paws and cries is heartbreaking and undeniably one of the saddest moments in anime history.
Number 6, Rengoku's final stand. Rengoku's screen time in Demon Slayer was short, but it was memorable enough to leave an impression on both fans and our heroes. As a Hashira, he personified what it meant to be a protector, sacrificing his life to ensure that no one died under his watch. Rengoku's spirit remained unbroken despite sustaining horrific wounds during the battle. In his final moments, he not only gave his blessing for Nezuko to be accepted among the Demon Slayers, despite her demon nature, but also entrusted the future to Tanjiro and others. Flame Hashira's farewell, as he saw visions of his mother telling him he did well, added to his emotional and unforgettable departure. It was a fitting send-off for our hero.
Number 5, Sasha's death. Attack on Titan starts off depressing and only gets darker. With each new episode, you're left dreading who's going to die next, and as much as you hope to be wrong, the show almost always proves you right, hitting you with one gut punch after another. But Sasha, our beloved potato girl, brought a rare lightness to the series and brought some lightness into the bleak world. Her death was almost too painful to accept. It hit even harder because it came during a rare moment of celebration. One bullet was all it took to turn joy into the series' most heartbreaking scene. And let's be honest, after that scene, who didn't want to turn the little devil responsible into a mashed potato in the most brutal way possible?
Number 4, Tearful Goodbye, Maze Hughes. There's nothing worse than seeing a favorite character die, right? Well, Full Metal Alchemist proved us wrong. It turned out there was something even more heartbreaking, watching that death through the eyes of a child. When Maze Hughes was buried and his daughter Alicia cried out in confusion, not understanding why her father wasn't waking up, it made an already devastating moment unbearable. It's a scene that's impossible to watch without tears. You know, a moment hits hard when even someone like Roy Mustang, known for his stoic nature, breaks down. His iconic line, "It's a terrible day for rain," as he sheds tears, hits the audience right in the heart. And while what comes next is one of the most satisfying revenge moments in anime, we'll save that for next week. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss it.
Number 3, Jiraiya's death. One who gave us the most joy, left us with the greatest pain. Jiraiya was one of the most beloved characters in Naruto. Along with bringing us endless joy, he was also like a father figure to Naruto. Watching his tragic end was a heartbreaker for fans everywhere. What makes his death even worse is that he was on the path to making amends for his past failures, especially with his former students. But in a cruel twist of fate, it was one of those very students, Nagato, who delivered the final blow, ending the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. Watching such a beloved character meet such an untimely and tragic demise was a tough pill to swallow, leaving a void that could never truly be filled. So if you missed Jiraiya and his legendary research methods, drop a 106 in the comments.
Number 2, The Going Merry's Funeral. One Piece is filled with heart-wrenching and sad moments that will make you cry every time you watch it. But saying goodbye to Going Merry is by far the most devastating moment in the entire series. Before watching One Piece, never in a million years would you have thought you'd be sobbing your eyes out over a boat that wasn't even real. Straw Hat's whole adventure is an emotional roller coaster ride. Throughout their adventures, they faced many challenges, made new friends, said goodbye to old ones, and even lost loved ones. But saying goodbye to Merry was heartbreaking for both Straw Hats and for us. Luffy's heartfelt cry when setting Merry on fire, the tears in everyone's eyes, Merry apologizing for not seeing them through their journey. Even after more than a decade and a half, this scene still hurts.
Number 1, Last Duet, Your Lie in April. If there's anything that has hurt us more than Mary's last moment, it's the ending of Your Lie in April. What began as a bittersweet and wholesome rom-com gradually turned into one of the saddest experiences of your life, leaving us with scars that we'll carry for the rest of our lives. Oh, and by the way, You're All Going to Hell. Who recommended this anime to their friends, calling it a wholesome rom-com? Throughout the series, we witness many heartbreaking moments. Kusei's troubled past, his mother's death, and the crushing guilt he feels for not meeting her expectations. Yet, Kaori was always there to lighten the mood with her free-spirited nature, until she wasn't. As we approach the end, we learn that Kusei wasn't the only one who was suffering, and Kaori was battling a severe illness. She suffered from a bone marrow condition that led to paralysis and frequent fainting spells. In the end, both of them were fighting their own battles, Kaori on the operating table and Kusei on stage, pouring his heart into his music. In that climactic moment during Kusei's final performance, the atmosphere was electric. He played with an intensity and passion that resonated through every note. As he lost himself in the music, he felt Kaori's spirit beside him, enjoying his music and dancing to it for one last time when we realized Kaori didn't make it through the surgery. Yet, before leaving this world, she gives Kusei a new reason to live and a letter that makes the ending even more devastating.
And that's it. If you enjoyed these emotional moments, don't forget to subscribe for more. Drop your favorite scenes in the comments, and we'll see you next time.